Hey everybody, it's Peter from the Kia Hyundai channel, and I'm here with Gabi.
Gabi.
All right, so we have good news. The other day, I was able to spend some time driving a pre-production version of the Kia Sportage Hybrid, and I mentioned in the video that we have here, which is called 2023 Kia Sportage Hybrid Exclusive First Walk-Around Review. That's on our channel. I mentioned that that is a pre-production version because we didn't have this document right here, which tells us all about the specs in this car. So now I can finally confirm what we do know, but the bigger thing is this vehicle can now be ordered. VPOG stands for Vehicle Price and Ordering Guide. While we don't have pricing yet, we can order it. We do have our first one on order. So I'm going to cover a couple basics. Gabby can talk about some of the things that she likes about it. And there are only two trim lines. So it's an upper level trim line, an EX, and then they call it...
easy to choose.
They call it an SX. So in the gasoline model, we've got a X-Line
Limited.
X-Line Limited as the top line.
Yeah.
And traditionally, that we use an SX as the top of the line. So SX will still be essentially top of the line. These are going to cost us a little bit more than the regular ones, and they are going to be upper trim lines. So EX and SX. EX and SX, doesn't matter which one you get, are going to have a 1.6 liter turbo engine with a hybrid system, which we are quite familiar with because
it's in the Sorento.
It's in the Sorento. So it's the same engine, and that's kind of consistent with our gasoline. The gasoline engine is also in the base level Sorento, so now you're having the hybrid also shared there, and these are similar sized cars. So I don't have power figures in this document, so I'm just going to make them up for you, and I'm going to tell you that they will be 227 horsepower, 258 foot-pounds of torque, or very, very, very close to that, which is up significantly. So 227 horsepower is up from 187 on the regular gas, and up from 258 foot-pounds of torque is up from 178. So having driven this car, where we used to have a Sportage and a Sportage Turbo, now we have a Sportage and a Sportage Hybrid, and it's the same idea. You're going to gain power, but now instead of losing fuel efficiency when you move up in power,
you're gaining it.
Yeah, it's perfect. So that's the basics. Little piece of information. We have a trailer package wiring standard on this, so that's a 4-pin wiring. It's pre-wired anyways. So you will be able to tow with this. The rumor that you heard is
2,000 pounds?
Yeah, so we haven't had that confirmed in this document yet, but that sounds consistent with what I would expect, which is good. You can tow a small tent trailer, certainly utility trailer, and it's hybrid. So it's very much a regular crossover, and Gabby's going to point out some of the things that she likes in here. I'm going to point out some things that I like in here, and there you go.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Gabi.
So starting on the EX trim, which is the entry level for the hybrid, you already have leather seating. It's synthetic leather, but it looks the same.
Yeah, it feels the same. I like the synthetic better, actually. So.
Me too. And heated front seats, heated steering wheel. Like, you get a lot of your comfort features there. You get the 12.3-inch navigation display, so the nice big long screen.
Yeah, that's the biggest screen we have. So if you're looking at it like a Telluride and you think that's the top of the screen, Telluride Stinger, they're only 10.25-inch screens. So this is bigger again. Only our Kia Carnival and our EV6 have this in the center display screen.
Brand new technology. It looks amazing in this car too. We have ambient lighting as well, so you can set the mood in your cabin, whatever you like.
Yeah, so they're calling it mood lighting here, and mood lighting in the Soul and the Seltos has some cool fancy flashing around. I said, let's just call it ambient lighting until we see it for sure, but it could have some cool little details in there, so we're looking forward to that.
Smart key with push button start, as well as remote car starter and a wireless cell charger, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, and the remote start, they never used to put that on hybrid cars because it was like eco-friendly, but now people are realizing, we still want to remote start our cars, so you'll be able to do that.
So nice to have. And then going to the SX, which is the top trim for the hybrid, we have a blind view monitor, which is when you turn your turn signal on and you can see an actual video camera display of what's in your blind spot.
Yeah, I have that in my car. It's amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's so cool. And then a surround view monitor, which most people call a 360 camera. It's just a camera at every side of your vehicle, and it displays almost like a
Yeah, you get like the
top down. Bird's eye view.
Yeah, bird's eye view is a trademark by another company, but you get that top-down view. And then the nice thing is, if you've ever seen our EV6 videos, you can actually manipulate that and like drag your car around and see, you know, kind of play with a model car and look at everything around you. It's kind of a fun review. So we'll show you that when it shows up.
And it makes parking so easy.
Yeah, it's
so easy.
Exactly.
The leather, there's still leather in this vehicle, but it's a quilted pattern, so that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, a little nicer look.
Yeah, memory driver seat, power seats for driver and passenger. The seats on this one are also air cooled in the front, and the rear seats are heated.
Yeah.
This one also has a 12.3-inch supervision cluster, which we have on the Carnival and the EV6. It looks like one huge screen. It's two separate ones, but
yeah. So plain language, when you hear supervision cluster, that's what's in front of your steering wheel. So now you have, instead of just that 12.3-inch screen on the right side by your radio, the same identical screen is sort of copied and pasted into there. And it looks
it's
like
fully digital. It's not a touch screen, but it looks
like
really
2 feet of screen space. It's really impressive. Same as the EV6 and Carnival and that kind of thing.
And it's anti-glare and everything too, so you don't have to worry about sunlight or anything.
And that slight curve to the display also helps with that anti-glare. So it's on lower trim levels, you have a flat screen and a flat screen. There's a gentle curve to it, which helps with reflection. So
and then also as a driver, if it was straight, it would be really hard to see what's on the very far right of the screen. You can see everything. So it's super easy.
Really cool.
And wheels, I guess.
Yeah, there's a couple things I was going to point out just on the SX model. It just features highway drive assist. So we've talked about highway driving assist, and to be blunt, I need to do a better video on it.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah, essentially what it can do is the car, when you set it up correctly, sort of steers for itself. We're not allowed to say that because you're still responsible for where the car goes, but it can center itself in the lane on a long trip. It's super handy. It uses your cruise control to keep, smart cruise control to keep your distance from people in front of you, and it uses your navigation information for things like speed limits, curbs, other kind of stuff, all of which are just like, it just makes highway driving way easier is the short answer to that.
Not an autopilot, but pretty close.
You've got different wheels on the EX and the SX. We're going to show you them in just 1 second here. You have front and rear parking sensors, and then the benefit of that is it gives you an extra safety thing. So you have a remote, from the remote control, like the key fob remote, you can move the car forward or back. So in a tight garage or a tight parking spot, you can literally remote start the car and drive it out using your key fob like a remote control car. It's pretty cool to show your friends, but it also has some practical benefits. And then, of course, my favorite thing in all of this is you get that panoramic sunroof in the SX model.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so the EX model is super well equipped, and you would probably consider that to be a near top-line vehicle compared to anything we used to have. But then you step up to the SX and you get some of these high-tech stuff in that panoramic roof. It's pretty awesome. So I'll show you the wheels just because I have them here. Smaller wheels on the EX are here. They got a lot more black insert type feel to them. This is what I did the video on, so I think you can see that we weren't sure if these wheels were going to be production or not at the time. It does look like they did make it to the SX model there. So I kind of thought it would be opposite. I thought the darker trim would be here, but these are sort of a darker gray. I don't know if you can see it in our videos there. You can watch that video and check it out there. But yeah, we're expecting it now. We've already ordered one. The fact that we have this, we'll be able to order more soon. We don't have pricing yet. That's the next update of this sheet. These sheets come in as preliminary, as pricing. There's a whole bunch of variations of these sheets. This is the very first one we have. We will be able to order it. How do they do that?
So just contact anyone in our sales team.
So the easiest way is to reach out. There'll be a link in the description. You'll just connect with me. If you want to speak with Gabi, just let me know that Gabi's the one you want to deal with, and I'll direct to you. But there'll be a link in the description. You can connect with us. And if you're interested in this vehicle, what do you do?
So, of course, you let us know. Let us know what trim line you want. We have the color choices already. So what we'll do is probably similar to what we did for the EV6. We'll order the car. When pricing comes out, if you decide it's too much for you, you can't go through with it. The order is refundable.
And if you need to know more, subscribe to our channel. We're going to cover this car in detail. Like I said, we have one on order. When it comes in, we're going to go through it. We're going to give you all the information you need. And that's the basics.
That's it.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.